Hello guys, welcome back to the Shadow Manhwa Fresh channel. In the last episode, we saw Janmei telling Qin Cheng about a special herb owned by her family that blooms only once every 100 years. Qin Cheng asked, "So you want me to steal that herb from your family?" Janmei laughed and replied, "You're not skilled enough to steal it. 3 incredibly powerful Grand Masters from the Jun family are already searching for it." Qin Cheng frowned. "Then why did you even tell me about all this?" Janmei replied honestly, "To be honest, I want to make a deal with you. That herb is extremely valuable. Whoever obtains it will be very close to achieving a breakthrough." Qin Cheng said, "But if your family's grandmasters are already after it, what can I possibly do?" Janmei explained, "They're more focused on the family head's position than finding the herb, and if none of them gets the herb first, then there's still a good chance for you to steal it. You still have plenty of time." Qin Cheng nodded. "In that case, I can think about it." Just then, Suan walked into the room and smiled. "It seems you two have become pretty good friends. Tonight, all 3 of us will eat together." Suddenly, Qin Cheng's expression changed. "Who's there? Come out." An elder slowly stepped forward and said calmly, "Your cultivation isn't bad. I honestly didn't expect you to notice me so quickly." Janmei immediately stepped forward angrily. "How dare you try to control my friends? It seems you don't value your life at all." The elder laughed. "Young people these days think too highly of themselves." With just a slight movement of his body, he sent Janmei flying backward. Shocked, Janmei shouted, "Who exactly are you? And why are you here?" At that moment, Qin Cheng attacked the elder with his fire palm technique, forcing the old man to take a single step backward. The elder narrowed his eyes. "Your attack reveals exactly whose son you are. Otherwise, no one at the foundation building realm would have enough strength to push me back even 1 step." Qin Cheng asked carefully, "You know my father?" At the same time, he thought to himself, "This old man is incredibly powerful, but ever since arriving, he hasn't actually tried to kill us. I still don't understand his true purpose." The elder smiled. "I'm not worthy enough to call myself your father's friend, but I can say that I know him." Qin Cheng then asked directly, "So why did you come here?" The elder answered, "I came to take Suan away." Suan looked confused. "But where are you taking me?" Qin Cheng immediately stepped forward angrily. "I swore that I would protect Suan for the rest of my life. Even if I have to give up my life for her, I'll do it gladly. So I'm warning you, elder. Change your mind." The elder sighed. "Your blood burns just as fiercely as your father's. But there's an enormous difference in strength between the 2 of you. And honestly, both of you are equally slow-minded. Think about this yourself. If I truly wanted to harm her, would I bother asking for your permission? Listen carefully. I know you work hard, and you'll become powerful one day. But you have no idea what kind of dangers await you in the future. There will be moments when you won't even be able to protect yourself. And at that point, Suan will become nothing more than a burden to you. Trying to protect her will either get you killed, or make you lose her forever." Qin Cheng clenched his fists. "I'll handle my own problems." But Suan softly interrupted him. "Qin Cheng, the elder is right. I don't want to become a burden to you or anyone else. If the Su family starts targeting you because of me, things will become even worse." The elder added, "This girl has incredible potential. If she's trained properly, she could become an extremely powerful martial artist in the future." Qin Cheng lowered his head and thought, "She's right. She's been treated like a princess since childhood. But ever since staying with me, she's faced nothing but danger. I couldn't stop her from being kidnapped. I couldn't protect her from the people of Xuanman Mansion. And yesterday she almost died at Heishan's hands. I'm not qualified to stop her from leaving." Finally, Qin Cheng looked at the elder seriously. "Promise me that you'll protect Suan." The elder nodded. "From today onward, she will become my disciple, and disciples are treated like our own children." Then the elder knocked Qin Cheng unconscious and said, "If you want to meet her again someday, then become stronger first. Otherwise, you may never see her again." As Qin Cheng lost consciousness, he muttered, "I'll definitely become stronger. An old man, one day I'm going to crush you." The elder laughed softly. "This kid is exactly like his father. Even now, he's still planning revenge. My child, Qin Cheng, I'll be waiting for you." Later, when Qin Cheng woke up, Suan was already gone. Janmei sighed. "Suan has left. So what are your plans now?" That old man clearly had no intention of harming her. "But if we want to meet Suan again, we'll need to improve ourselves first." Qin Cheng replied firmly, "If participating in your medicine competition can make me stronger, then I'll definitely join. But before that, I need to learn more about the Su family from Kyoto." Janmei explained, "There are many powerful families in the capital, each dominating different fields. But some families are influential in martial arts, business, politics, and social connections all at once. And among all those families, the strongest is the Su family. The Su family is divided into several branches. For example, the martial branch is managed by Su Qi, and his eldest son is expected to become a Grand Master within the next 3 years. Qin Cheng calmly replied, "Su Qi's eldest son is 5 years older than me. If we compare our progress at the same age, I'd already surpass him." Jianmei rolled her eyes. Stop daydreaming. The true strength of the Su family doesn't lie with the younger generation. It lies with the old monsters hidden behind them. Many martial masters work under their command. Qin Cheng then asked, was the old man who came here earlier also at that level? Jianmei shook her head. No, he's far stronger than that. You could even call him a divine expert. Qin Cheng finally understood. So that's how it is. All right, let's go. Jianmei looked confused. Go where? Qin Cheng answered confidently. To cultivate, obviously. Jianmei thought to herself, Suwan hasn't even been gone for a few seconds. And he's already talking about dual cultivation. But if we want to save Suwan someday, I'll have to help him. Qin Cheng stood up and said, what are you thinking about? Let's move. We can't waste time. The scene then shifted 2 weeks later. The Feng family had organized a martial arts competition, attracting a huge crowd. People in the audience whispered among themselves. The Feng family head is an extremely powerful martial artist. 6 months ago, his eldest son Feng Ling was killed by the head of Xuanman Mansion, and because of that, the Feng family lost a lot of prestige. That's why they organized this tournament, to restore their reputation. The moment Qin Cheng arrived, people immediately started gossiping about him. Some said, maybe Elder He Shan wasn't the one who killed Feng Ling. Maybe Qin Cheng killed him instead. He probably came here today to wipe out the rest of the Feng family too. Others scoffed. That's nonsense. We heard Qin Cheng killed He Shan. Does this guy seriously look capable of killing such a powerful master? Apparently, both Grandpa Su and Su Wan disappeared after helping this poor kid. Jianmei sighed. It's only been half a month since your battle with He Shan, and already so many rumors are spreading about you. Qin Cheng shrugged calmly. Who cares? At that moment, he noticed several Feng family guards beating a weak cultivator. The injured man shouted angrily, so what if I'm only at the key refining stage? That doesn't mean I'm not allowed to enter. And if you wanted to reject me, you could have just said so. Why did you have to beat me? The guard sneered. We don't need anyone's permission to crush insects like you. Just then, Qin Cheng stepped forward and helped the injured man up. He coldly looked at the guards and said, so weak people are insects to you? And crushing insects isn't considered wrong? In that case, I guess I'll crush a few insects myself. The guards glared at him. Who the hell are you? And why are you sticking your nose into this? Qin Cheng smiled coldly. You'll remember who I am for the rest of your lives. The next moment, Qin Cheng brutally beat both guards without mercy. The pink-haired guy excitedly said, Brother Qin, you're incredible. Please accept me as your disciple. I want to become as cool as you. Qin Cheng replied calmly, I'm not important enough to take disciples. Just then, Feng Cheng arrived and said, with that attitude, you'll never make it far in the martial world. Qin Cheng smiled. My friend Feng Cheng, how have you been? Annoyed, Feng Cheng replied, don't call me your friend. We're enemies. But if you manage to defeat my dad in today's competition, then maybe we can become friends. Qin Cheng laughed. Fair enough. Besides, I made quite a profit because of you before, so I wouldn't mind being friends with you. Jianmei frowned and asked, why did you agree so easily? Feng Gong is an extremely powerful cultivator. Defeating him won't be easy at all. Qin Cheng replied confidently, I know that, but how can I admit defeat without even fighting? If I win, I gain a friend, and if I lose, then it'll just be a reality check. Either way, I'm not losing anything. The pink-haired guy immediately said, I completely believe in you. You'll definitely defeat that arrogant old man. Meanwhile, inside the hall, someone informed Master Lu. Master Lu, Qin Cheng has arrived outside. Master Lu smiled. For such a young martial artist to care so much about others, people like him are extremely rare. Come, let's go meet him. I find this young man very interesting. At the same time, many people nearby looked at Qin Cheng and whispered among themselves. He doesn't look very powerful. I doubt becoming friends with him would benefit anyone. Jianmei sighed. Because of all the rumors surrounding you, almost everyone here hates you. Qin Cheng smiled calmly. That's normal, but once I defeat Feng Gong, these same people will swarm around me like flies. At that moment, Master Lu approached Qin Cheng. Master Lu said, only someone truly powerful could defeat Elder He Shan. I'd heard many rumors about you, but after meeting you in person, I can tell those rumors don't even come close to describing how impressive you really are. Everyone here wants to befriend you, but deep down, they're all afraid of the Feng family. I'm nobody's dog, so I won't avoid approaching you just because I fear them. Qin Cheng nodded respectfully. It's a pleasure to meet you. Jianmei added, Master Lu, I've heard a lot about you. The Lu family and Feng family are equally powerful. They're both among the top 3 martial families in Binzhou City. Master Lu laughed. Miss Zhang, you really know how to flatter people. Just then, Feng Gong walked over and sneered. The Lu family is as powerful as my Feng family? Master Lu's only achievement in life is surviving long enough to grow old. But it seems he's tired of living. That's why he came here today to die at my hands. Master Lu calmly replied, Feng Gong, we can't decide the winner before the fight even begins. And as for death, a martial artist always walks alongside death. A true martial artist never fears such things. Feng Gong smirked. So you still have the courage to talk back to me? Suddenly, he launched an attack and knocked a martial artist to the ground. Master Lu frowned. How much lower will you sink? Before a fight begins, martial artists greet one another with respect. They don't launch sneak attacks like cowards. Feng Gong coldly replied, I don't greet people weaker than me. In the martial arts world, there's only one rule. The strong can do whatever they want. And right now, I really feel like killing you. Qin Cheng thought to himself. That first attack was incredibly deadly. If Master Lu wasn't a grandmaster, he would have died instantly. A moment later, Feng Gong attacked Master Lu again. But this time, Qin Cheng blocked the attack. Qin Cheng was shocked internally. How can someone at the grandmaster realm be this powerful? Then Feng Gong suddenly attacked Master Lu directly and destroyed his cultivation. Feng Gong arrogantly declared, Master Lu, from now on, you'll never again claim that we're equals. My Feng family is no longer what it used to be. Soon, the entire Benzo city will fall under our rule. So far, I've only defeated one grandmaster in this city. But soon, every grandmaster here will kneel before me. Qin Cheng coldly replied, Feng Gong, your dreams have exceeded your capabilities. Just to show off your strength, you destroyed someone's lifelong cultivation. What's so impressive about bullying the weak? If you truly have courage, then fight someone on your own level. Feng Gong laughed. You're talking about equality while stepping forward yourself? I don't enjoy jokes like that, brat. And besides, we still have unfinished business between us. Qin Cheng looked confused. But this is our first time meeting. Feng Gong angrily shouted. If it weren't for you, my son Feng Lin would still be alive. He was talented in cultivation, just like me. He entered the arena that day to fight you, and he sang killed him because of it. Qin Cheng replied coldly, My name is Qin Cheng, not scapegoat. Don't blame me for things I never did. Furious, Feng Gong roared. Everything is your fault. Qin Cheng calmly stepped forward. Fine then. I'm standing right here. Take your revenge. I'll even let you attack first. Use all the power you want. As Feng Gong charged forward, he shouted, After this attack, you won't even be able to stand. Master Lu worriedly said to Jiang Mei, I know brother Qin Cheng is an extraordinary person, and he hates seeing injustice. But he shouldn't provoke Feng Gong for the sake of an old man like me. This could become a huge mistake for him. Jiang Mei smiled slightly. Yes, a huge mistake has definitely been made, but Qin Cheng isn't the one who made it. Feng Gong challenged someone far beyond his level. At that moment, Qin Cheng blocked Feng Gong's attack with just one hand. Master Lu widened his eyes in shock. What incredible strength. Even Feng Gong was stunned. I have to admit, you're impressive. Qin Cheng replied coldly, I don't like talking while fighting. Feng Gong sneered. For someone your age, your arrogance is unbelievable. Where exactly does all this confidence come from? Then he activated his ultimate barrier. Master Lu immediately warned everyone, this is Feng Gong's most dangerous ability. His armor used to simply be strong, but after his breakthrough, it became completely unbreakable. He traps his enemies inside the barrier and crushes them entirely. Qin Cheng, stay away from that barrier. Once trapped inside, there's no escape. The crowd immediately started panicking. Qin Cheng is finished. There's no way he can win now. But Qin Cheng casually picked up a tree branch and said, Feng Gong, you've built quite a reputation for yourself. But honestly, this branch is enough to defeat you. Everyone around him was stunned. What did he just say? Jiang Mei sighed helplessly. This guy will never stop showing off. Feng Gong laughed mockingly. Brat, do you think this is some kind of joke? How are you planning to kill me with a tree branch? Even powerful weapons couldn't break my barrier. So what can a simple branch possibly do? Qin Cheng calmly answered. A weapon's strength doesn't come from the weapon itself. It comes from the person using it. If a powerful person uses even a tree branch, they can still defeat countless enemies. The moment he finished speaking, Qin Cheng launched the branch forward. Feng Gong laughed loudly. You created all that drama before attacking. But look at me. I'm standing here perfectly fine. Now kneel and beg for forgiveness. Serve under me, and maybe I'll spare your life. But in the next second, Feng Gong suddenly coughed up blood and collapsed to his knees. Qin Cheng's attack had completely torn through the roof of Feng Gong's mansion. Feng Cheng shouted in shock. Dad, what happened to you? The crowd stared in disbelief. How can someone destroy an entire roof using only a tree branch? Now I understand how Qin Cheng defeated He Shun. Feng Cheng angrily shouted. Qin Cheng, our feud won't end here. You made a huge mistake by humiliating my father. Qin Cheng slowly stepped forward and asked coldly, Did you say something? If you really want to continue this feud, then let's settle everything right now. Frightened, Feng Cheng immediately backed down. A wise man once said, There's only benefit in moving forward in life. Let's forget everything that happened. Qin Cheng smirked. I'll forgive you, but you'll have to pay for your father's mistakes. Feng Cheng nervously replied, I'll do whatever you ask. Qin Cheng pointed toward the crowd. Your father insulted many people today. Apologize to every single one of them. Feng Cheng immediately bowed to Master Lu. Master Lu, please forgive us. I'll compensate you however I can. I just hope you won't take revenge on us for my father's mistakes. The scene then shifted to the Su family. A guard reported, "The result of Qin Cheng and Fen Gong's battle has arrived." A girl sitting nearby casually said, "I already know what happened." Master Feng was at the peak of the Grandmaster realm. He must have completely crushed Qin Cheng. Another person added, "In Kyoto, Grandmasters can be found on almost every street, but becoming a Grandmaster in Binzhou City is a huge achievement. Qin Cheng didn't even have a 1% chance of winning." The guard nervously replied, "Young master, I'm afraid Master Feng failed to meet your expectations." Suyu asked coldly, "What exactly are you trying to say?" The guard nervously replied, "Master Feng lost, and he lost very badly." The girl beside him was shocked. "He lost? Just half a month ago, Qin Cheng struggled while fighting a Grandmaster, but now he's defeating Grandmasters with ease. How can someone grow that fast?" Suyu calmly replied, "To be honest, many talented people appear every year, but those without strong connections eventually disappear into the crowd. Qin Cheng is one of those people. One day, he'll simply vanish. There's no need to worry about him." The Su family girl then said, "Keeping a close eye on Qin Cheng would be the right move. Send someone from one of our branch families to deal with him." The scene then shifted to Qin Cheng's residence. Scarface reported, "Boss, a lot of people have come here to meet you." Qin Cheng replied lazily, "Let them wait. They'll eventually get tired and leave on their own." Then he looked at Feng Cheng and asked, "So, what did you bring for me?" Feng Cheng respectfully replied, "I brought all of the Feng family's businesses. In our famous marketplace, we owned 10 shops. I'm handing all 10 of them over to you. We also own several food and medicine companies that earn millions every year. I'm transferring ownership of all of them to you as well." Qin Cheng looked surprised. "I thought the Feng family was only a martial family. How did they own so many businesses?" Jiang Mei explained, "Martial families provide protection to the major businesses throughout the city, and that's how they make enormous amounts of money. Before you became connected to the Su family, the Su family had already hired many of these martial families." Qin Cheng nodded. "All right, you may leave now, but remember this. Whenever I call for you, you must come immediately." As Feng Cheng was about to leave, Qin Cheng suddenly stopped him. "If I ever find out that your family has contacted the Xuanman mansion, then none of you will survive. So consider this your warning. Stay away from them. And the day I discover that the Feng family is connected to Xuanman mansion, I'll personally wipe out your entire family." Terrified, Feng Cheng immediately ran away. Qin Cheng sighed after he left. "I'm honestly getting tired of pretending to be powerful in front of everyone. I seriously don't understand how some people spend all day showing off." Jiang Mei smiled. "Honestly, you look pretty cool while doing it." Qin Cheng turned toward her. "Did you say something?" Jiang Mei quickly changed the subject. "Yes. I needed to tell you something important. You remember the Medicine King competition, right? The Su family has found out about our family's upcoming competition, and now they're sending people to compete as well. They didn't send any important members, but they did send people from one of their branch families. That clearly shows their real target isn't the herb, it's you. If they get the opportunity during the competition, they may attack you. Even after knowing all this, are you still planning to participate?" Qin Cheng smiled confidently. "They've just made the competition even more interesting. If Suyu or Sujan had personally come here, it would have been even more exciting. But it doesn't matter. Defeating any member of the Su family will still be fun." While Jiang Mei continued explaining things to him, the pink-haired guy suddenly barged into the room. He immediately dropped to his knees. "Please accept me as your disciple." Qin Cheng looked confused. "How did you even get in here?" The scene then shifted to the mountains. Suwan was currently fighting a giant bear. The elder laughed proudly. "You're extremely talented. To be honest, other than Qin Cheng, I've never seen anyone improve this quickly. You don't need to pressure yourself so much." Suwan shook her head. "I still haven't accomplished anything. With my current strength, I can't even defeat an ordinary cultivator. That's why stopping now would be meaningless." The elder nodded approvingly. "In cultivation, a bit of madness is necessary. Without that determination, you can never go very far. Come, today I'll teach you some new techniques." Meanwhile, Qin Cheng and the others had already departed for Medicine King Valley. The pink-haired boy, Jia Chaohan, excitedly said, "Becoming your disciple is the greatest achievement of my life. From today onward, you're basically my new father. I'll do whatever you tell me to do." Jiang Mei looked speechless. This kid is seriously strange. He only trained for 1 hour, and within that single hour, he broke through into the Foundation realm. Jia Chaohan proudly replied, "I always knew I had incredible talent. I just never had a good master to guide me. But now that I finally have one, I'll train properly." Qin Cheng then asked him, "Jia Chaohan, I want to ask you something." Jia Chaohan immediately replied, "Of course, master. I'd do anything for you." Qin Cheng said, "It's true that you're talented. I only trained you for 1 hour, and you already achieved a breakthrough. With talent like yours, even a major sect would gladly accept you. So why did you choose me?" Jia Chaohan grinned. "Master, I'm thinking about the future. You became powerful in a very short amount of time and already built a huge reputation. And since I'm your first disciple, that means I'll become the deputy sect master of your future sect. Qin Cheng laughed. Honestly, your logic actually makes sense. Soon, everyone finally arrived at Medicine King Valley. Jiang Mei took a deep breath and smiled. The air here is much better than in the city. Qin Cheng nodded. The environment here explains why so many rare herbs grow in this place. At that moment, Jiang Mei's 3 uncles arrived to welcome them. Her uncles smiled and said, "So you're Qin Cheng, the young man Jiang Mei told us about. Your cultivation doesn't seem particularly impressive, but you certainly look extraordinary." Qin Cheng politely replied, "It's an honor to meet all of you." Jiang Mei quickly introduced them. "Qin Cheng, these are my first, second, and third uncles." And uncles, even if Qin Cheng doesn't seem very powerful, he achieved all of his current strength in only 6 months. Just then, Suji from the Su family arrived. He mocked them loudly. "Do you think we're idiots? How can someone possibly reach the Grandmaster realm in only 6 months? You should have made your lie at least a little believable. And since we're talking about Grandmaster level strength, let me show you what real power looks like." As soon as he finished speaking, he released his energy and shattered a nearby rock. The Zhang family elders nodded in surprise. "I have to admit this young man is quite talented." But Jiang Mei casually replied, "That's nothing special. Anyone can break a rock." The next second, Qin Cheng casually released his own power and completely crushed an entire mountain. Qin Cheng calmly said, "Your technique wasn't all that impressive. If you focused properly, you could create much more destruction." The uncles were completely stunned. He crushed an entire mountain? Jiang Mei was right. This kid is unbelievably talented. Suji gritted his teeth angrily. "You're just using cheap tricks to fool everyone. Listen carefully. As long as I'm participating in this competition, you'll never win. And even if you somehow find that herb, I'll simply take it from you." Qin Cheng smirked. "So you're already convinced you can't find the herb yourself? I really like that confidence." Jiang Mei's uncles then spoke seriously. "Qin Cheng, there's something we need to tell you. We originally organized this competition only for our own family members. We never expected a major family like the Su family to interfere. Please be careful. If the Su family tries anything against you, there's nothing we'll be able to do." Qin Cheng nodded calmly. "You don't need to worry about me. I can take care of myself." Jiang Mei quietly added, "Don't take the elders' words personally. They just don't want trouble to fall on the Jiang family." Qin Cheng replied, "I understand. The Su family isn't just powerful, they're also extremely ruthless. If they get involved, they could do anything to the Jiang family." Just then, Jia Chaohan arrived carrying a huge animal. "Look what I caught while hunting. Tonight we're having a feast." The uncles immediately became excited. "Then let's all sit together and cook. This is going to be fun." The scene then shifted to the Su family. Suji angrily called someone and said, "Aunt, that bastard Qin Cheng is unbelievably arrogant. He has absolutely no respect for the Su family. He humiliated our family right in front of me. I swear, I wanted to kill him on the spot." The Su family woman calmly replied, "Calm down. He's deliberately trying to provoke you. Don't fall for his tricks. Your only focus should be obtaining that herb. You're representing the Su family now. Your honor is our family's honor, and the reputation of the Su family must never be tarnished." Suji confidently said, "Aunt, you don't need to worry at all. I'll handle everything." Just then, Suyu walked over and asked, "What happened? You seem really troubled." The Su family girl replied, "I think we made a mistake trusting Suji. He's completely useless." Suyu calmly responded, "If that's the case, then I'll go there personally. Driver, prepare the car. It's finally time to meet Qin Cheng." Meanwhile, Suji was secretly speaking to his men. "Get ready. Tonight, we're going to get rid of Qin Cheng." One of his guards hesitated and said, "But didn't the second young master forbid us from doing this?" Suji glared at him. "Who's your boss? Me or the second young master? Just do what you're told, and stop trying to flatter him all the time. If we don't prove ourselves, how are we supposed to impress them? If I want that herb, then Qin Cheng has to disappear." Meanwhile, the Jiang family elders were training Jia Chaohan. As soon as Jia Chaohan attacked, he shattered a nearby tree with a single strike. Excitedly, he shouted, "This technique is amazing." But at that exact moment, Qin Cheng suddenly sensed someone approaching them. At the same time, Suji launched an attack. However, Qin Cheng reacted instantly and blocked it in time. Suji smirked. "You were acting pretty arrogant in front of me this morning. So what do you have to say now? If you've got the guts, then face me properly." As he spoke, he unleashed a barrage of attacks at Qin Cheng. Jiang Mei worriedly asked, "Qin Cheng, are you alright? How is someone this weak managing to injure you?" Qin Cheng calmly replied, "I'm only pretending to be weak. That way, I can teach this idiot a proper lesson later." At the same time, Qin Cheng was thinking to himself, "I'm close to breaking through. That's why my power is currently unstable. If I use too much strength against this fool, I might fail my breakthrough." Suji laughed arrogantly. "I seriously don't understand why my underlings are so afraid of you. Seeing how nervous they were, I thought you were some terrifying expert. But after fighting you myself, I finally understand something. You're nothing more than hype. You're not actually that strong. So hurry up and return everything the Su family wants. If you do that, I might spare your life. Just then, Jiang Mei stepped in front of Qin Cheng. Suji narrowed his eyes. Miss Jiang, you were the one who brought Qin Cheng here, weren't you? You're not planning to help him, are you? Jiang Mei replied coldly. I have one principle. I only stand with the strong. And right now, it's obvious that you're the strongest one here. I only brought Qin Cheng here because I needed someone to help me win the competition. To me, he was nothing more than a tool. But I'd never offend the Su family over someone like him. Suji smiled proudly. You're smart. If you keep thinking like that, you'll go far in life. But if you only needed someone useful, then why choose someone this weak? Jiang Mei answered calmly. You already know how dangerous this competition is going to be. The path ahead is filled with danger. That's why I needed an idiot willing to take all the risks for us. Suji laughed. You're absolutely right. We can use this guy as bait. One of the men behind him added. Besides, many grandmasters have already died trying to obtain that herb. Suji nodded. Then it's settled. Tomorrow, Qin Cheng will scout the path for our team. So everyone, get ready early in the morning. We'll head out together to search for the herb. After Suji left, Jiang Mei clenched her fists angrily. That bastard was standing so close to me. If I could have, I would have killed him on the spot. Qin Cheng smiled slightly. Thanks for helping me. Jiang Mei replied. I just want you to teach that idiot a lesson. I helped as much as I could. Qin Cheng nodded confidently. Don't worry. That herb is important to me too. If I want to see Suwan again, I have to obtain it no matter what. Jiang Mei frowned. You couldn't even handle that idiot properly just now. So how exactly are you planning to obtain the herb? Qin Cheng grinned. I'm the main character of this story. The plot itself will help me. While they were talking, Qin Cheng suddenly broke through to the next realm. Shocked, Jiang Mei exclaimed, So you were telling the truth. After his breakthrough, Qin Cheng smiled confidently. Now you really don't need to worry anymore. Everything is under control. I'll deal with Suji myself, and Jia can handle the rest. The next morning arrived. Suji announced proudly, Everyone, get ready. Today we're going to obtain the greatest herb in Medicine King Valley. We represent the Su family, so failure is not an option. Then he suddenly noticed something. Wait a second. Qin Cheng, why are you walking behind us? Your job was supposed to be scouting ahead. Qin Cheng replied with a smile. You're our leader. If I walk ahead of you, won't that make you look bad? But if you lead from the front and guide everyone, you'll look like a true great leader. Suji instantly became pleased with himself. You're absolutely right. Meanwhile, the people standing behind him were silently thinking, our boss is being played like an idiot. Qin Cheng is clearly doing this on purpose. Suji proudly declared, Fine then. I'll personally lead everyone forward. With full confidence, he marched ahead. As they traveled deeper into the valley, Suji warned everyone, about 500 meters ahead is the Fire Spirit Grass region. There are many dangerous beasts nearby, so stay alert. Meanwhile, Qin Cheng noticed something strange. This fog has been getting thicker and thicker. Suddenly, Suji shouted, Where did all this fog come from? We can't see anything. Everyone stay where you are. Don't move carelessly. At the same time, a fire spirit beast watched them from afar and thought, what a bunch of idiots. So many fools came here just to collect herbs. Inside the fog, however, Qin Cheng could see everything perfectly clearly. Because of the dragon inheritance he possessed, he could see straight through illusions and mist. Qin Cheng smirked inwardly. This is the perfect opportunity to mess with these people. Suji warned everyone again. Watch your step. Don't trip over anything. But the next second, Qin Cheng secretly kicked him off balance and sent him flying. Everyone was startled. What was that sound? Embarrassed, Suji quickly replied, Nothing happened. My foot just slipped. At the same time, he thought, someone definitely kicked me. But it must have been an accident. No one else can see through this fog either. Since he couldn't see through the mist himself, he assumed nobody else could. But suddenly, Qin Cheng kicked him again and sent him flying a second time. Furious, Suji shouted, Who keeps attacking me? His guards immediately yelled, Young master, stay where you are. We're coming to help you. Jiang Mei quickly stopped them. Be careful moving forward. The person attacking young master Suji can clearly see through the fog. If you rush in carelessly, you might die before even helping him. The guards instantly froze. She's right. We can't see anything at all. How are we supposed to help? Meanwhile, Suji angrily roared, Whoever you are, come out. I'll bury you alive. Just as Qin Cheng was about to attack him again, the fog suddenly disappeared. Everyone immediately turned toward Qin Cheng in shock. So it was Qin Cheng attacking him? Suji glared furiously. Looks like you already forgot yesterday's beating. That's why you dared to attack me again. Qin Cheng calmly replied, Looks like I'll actually have to fight seriously this time. Suji instantly attacked him again. But before he could reach Qin Cheng, Jiang Mei stepped in and blocked the attack herself. The Jiang family elders were stunned. This girl is incredibly skilled. She's blocking young Master Suji's attacks effortlessly. Jiang Mei confidently declared, I've mastered our family's ultimate technique, the sharp form. That's why defeating me won't be easy. Suji frowned. So you're really going to protect this trash? Even after knowing he attacked me? Junmei calmly replied. The fog has already disappeared. And that means we're very close to Medicine King Valley now. We still haven't used Qin Cheng for the reason we brought him here. So if we kill him before that, then what was the point of bringing him in the first place? Qin Cheng calmly said, I've already recovered. So even if we fight now, this guy still won't be able to do anything to me. Mei immediately snapped at him. Will you just stay quiet for once? At that moment, an incredibly terrifying energy suddenly erupted in front of them. Junmei widened her eyes. That's a top-grade fire spirit grass. Anyone who consumes it will experience a massive increase in power. It's so powerful that it can even bring a dying person back to life. Qin Cheng immediately replied, if that's true, then obtaining this herb is absolutely necessary. Meanwhile, Suji suddenly attacked Master Zhu and killed him without hesitation. Coldly, Suji said, to obtain this grass, we need a human sacrifice. And that means, Master Zhu, you have to die. Don't worry, we'll always remember your sacrifice. Then he turned toward Grandmaster Huang. Throw his body aside. He's already served his purpose. Junmei instantly whispered to Qin Cheng, we need to leave right now. This fire tornado won't disappear with just one sacrifice. Suji thinks sacrificing one person is enough to stop it. But this thing will demand even more lives. Grandmaster Huang nervously said, young Master Su, the tornado still isn't stopping. It looks like we'll need more sacrifices. Suji smirked. The more sacrifices it receives, the stronger it becomes. We've been dragging one useless person around this whole time. Now, he can finally be useful. Qin Cheng, you'll be our next sacrifice. Junmei immediately shouted, don't do this. But before she could interfere, Suji used his power to bind her in place. He then sneered, I knew from the very beginning that you were using me, and no matter what, you were trying to protect this bastard. Once I obtain this herb, I'll make you my concubine. Then he yelled at Grandmaster Huang, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and kill this trash. As Grandmaster Huang attacked Qin Cheng, he thought to himself, we've been fighting for so long, but this kid still hasn't run out of stamina. Defeating him definitely won't be easy. Suddenly, Qin Cheng calmly spoke. Grandmaster Huang, I have an offer for you. Huang frowned. What kind of offer? Qin Cheng replied, you already know what kind of person Suji is. Sooner or later, he'll kill you too. Huang fell silent for a moment before replying, you're right. Master Zhu was the most loyal among all of us, and Suji killed him without even hesitating. To him, we're nothing more than pawns. Qin Cheng continued, if you promise to protect Mei, then I'll handle everything else myself. Junmei panicked. Qin Cheng, what are you planning to do? You're not actually thinking about sacrificing yourself for me, are you? Grandmaster Huang looked deeply moved. Qin Cheng, you're sacrificing yourself for all of us. I'll never forget this favor. I promise Suji won't even be able to touch Miss Mei. Qin Cheng nodded calmly. Good, then I'll leave the rest to you. As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Cheng walked directly toward the fire tornado. Junmei desperately screamed, Qin Cheng, what have you done? Slowly, the terrifying fire tornado began to disappear. Junmei's expression turned pale. It's over. That fire is so dangerous that even steel would melt inside it. There's no way a human could survive that. At that moment, Suji walked over with a satisfied smile. Their deaths are actually pretty useful for me. Even if they survived, they'd still be worthless. Now that they're dead, the herb will finally belong to me. Then he looked at Junmei coldly. For your own good, you should leave now. If you try to claim a share of the herb, you'll only find death. Junmei glared at him angrily. Qin Cheng sacrificed his life for this herb. I won't let you touch it. Suji shrugged. Your choice. Either leave or die. Grandmaster Huang quickly stepped forward. Young Master Suji, please calm down. Their friend just died. That's why they're emotional. They don't care about the herb anymore. At the same time, he quietly whispered to Junmei, we need to leave. Fighting here won't end well for us. Junmei lowered her head sadly. You're right. I don't care about the herb anymore. The only thing that mattered to me, I already lost. Suji smirked. If you people don't want the herb, then I have no problem letting you leave. You can go now. Junmei then looked toward Grandmaster Huang. You were working for Suji just moments ago. So why are you suddenly helping us now? Grandmaster Huang replied, Qin Cheng jumped into the flames for your sake. Before entering the fire, he told me that if I protected you, he would willingly sacrifice himself. That's why I'm trying to help you now. Junmei blushed slightly. Did Qin Cheng really say that? Grandmaster Huang nodded. Yes, I remember his exact words clearly. But why are you suddenly reacting like this? Junmei slowly smiled. Qin Cheng gave his life to save someone useless like me. But honestly, someone as powerful as him could have defeated everyone here. So there's no way he'd jump into the fire without a plan. I should trust him. Grandmaster Huang looked confused. What happened? Why are you smiling all of a sudden? Junmei confidently replied, because very soon, the smile on Suji's face is going to disappear. I'm absolutely certain Qin Cheng will come back. And when he does, he'll be far stronger than before. Meanwhile, inside the flames, Qin Cheng was still fighting against the fire itself. Qin Cheng thought to himself, good thing one of the books my father left behind was about the fire spirit grass. It explained exactly how to control these flames. That's why I confidently jumped into the fire. Everyone outside probably thinks I'm already dead, but they have no idea that this herb is about to become mine. As Qin Cheng reached out toward the herb, the fire spirit suddenly appeared before him. The fire spirit smiled. I've waited thousands of years for someone like you. But I never imagined the person capable of crossing the fire tornado would just be a child. Qin Cheng calmly replied, I already knew a herb this powerful would possess its own consciousness, but I didn't expect you to have a physical form as well. The fire spirit smiled slightly. So you noticed me from the beginning? Qin Cheng asked. In an era where even cultivators can barely maintain their spiritual energy, how has a mere herb managed to preserve such overwhelming power? The fire spirit explained. Every 100 years, one person manages to obtain this herb. In the last 1,000 years, 10 people have claimed it, but none of them ever obtained its true power. 90% of the herb's power was hidden inside this fire tornado. To extinguish it, those people sacrificed innocent lives. But in all these years, you're the very first person capable of fully obtaining this herb's true power. I hope you're ready for the strength you're about to receive. The moment the energy entered Qin Cheng's body, a terrifying shock spread through him. Qin Cheng gritted his teeth and thought, it feels like my entire body is burning from the inside out. But strangely, I can't feel any pain. It's as if all the impurities inside me are being destroyed, and my dragon power is evolving to an entirely different level. The fire spirit suddenly looked toward the golden dragon and said, so, you chose this child as your successor. The golden dragon calmly replied, what do you think of his qualifications? The fire spirit smiled. His greatest qualification is his father. The blood flowing through this boy's veins belongs to a man who could never disappoint us. Outside the cave, a dark and filthy mist had completely spread across the entire area. Master Huang covered his nose and said, this smell is absolutely horrible, and it's coming from around the fire tornado. Suji suddenly laughed arrogantly. You small people really do have small minds. That's not a foul smell, it's the fragrance of a top-grade herb that survived flames powerful enough to melt iron. You should come closer and witness what a herb that blooms once every 100 years truly looks like. Junmei frowned. Master Huang, is there something wrong with Suji's brain? Can't he understand that no herb could possibly smell this awful? Meanwhile, Suji stood there proudly, inhaling deeply. What an incredible fragrance. I've never smelled anything this amazing before. Why are you two still standing there? Come over here and admire this herb with me. At that exact moment, Qin Cheng finally walked out of the flames. Junmei's eyes instantly lit up. Qin Cheng, you're back. Even Master Huang looked shocked. This kid is unbelievable. He actually came out alive from those scorching flames. Suji stared at him in disbelief. How is this possible? I thought even your ashes had burned away. How did you survive that fire? Qin Cheng smirked. You'll be even more shocked when you hear this. I didn't just survive. I completely refined the herb you've been waiting here for all this time. And the disgusting smell you were enjoying so much. Those were the impurities being expelled from my body after refining the herb. Suji's expression completely changed. But that doesn't make any sense. No human should be able to survive flames like that. Qin Cheng calmly replied, logic doesn't mean anything in the cultivation world. In this world, miracles happen. And luckily for me, this miracle worked perfectly. Oh, and you should probably expel those impurities from your body soon. If you don't, it could seriously damage your cultivation. Junmei hurried over to him. Qin Cheng, are you really okay? You're not injured anywhere, right? Qin Cheng smiled confidently. I'm perfectly fine. In fact, after absorbing the fire spirit grass, my body has become far stronger and purer than before. And I've already reached the peak of my cultivation. Junmei nodded in amazement. I can clearly feel how much stronger you've become. That herb really was extraordinary. Qin Cheng continued, you know, if Earth's spiritual energy wasn't so weak, that fire spirit could have fully transformed into a complete human form. Junmei blinked curiously. So the fire spirit really could transform? Was it a man or a woman? Qin Cheng casually replied, she was an incredibly beautiful woman, and after that she merged into my body. Suji instantly exploded in anger. That herb belonged to me. How dare you consume it without my permission? Qin Cheng shrugged. I checked the herb from every angle, but strangely enough, your name wasn't written on it. If your name had been there, maybe I wouldn't have eaten it. Furious, Suji roared, you think this is funny? Then he immediately charged at Qin Cheng. But before he could do anything, Qin Cheng threw a single punch and sent him flying backward. Suji's eyes widened in horror. How did his power increase this much? It was just one punch, but it feels like every bone in my arm has shattered. I can't even lift my hand anymore. If I return to the Su family after losing like this, no one will respect me anymore. An aunt will be furious with me. I have no choice but to win. No matter what I have to do here, I cannot lose. With a roar, Suji activated his transformation art and transformed his body. Even Qin Cheng looked slightly surprised. What exactly did he turn himself into? Suji sneered confidently. What happened? Why do you suddenly look nervous now? A moment ago, you seemed extremely confident. You ate one herb and started thinking you became stronger than me. But you don't understand who you're facing. I'm the genius who mastered my family's hardest technique before even turning 10. With my current power, I can slice through steel effortlessly. So your refined body means nothing to me. Qin Cheng smirked. Oh really? Then go ahead. I won't even move. Attack me. I'd love to see how you plan on cutting me apart like a cake. The moment Suji attacked, Qin Cheng's clothes were instantly shredded apart. Suji stared in shock. My dragon claws were supposed to be unstoppable. So how did they break so easily? Before he could react, Qin Cheng stepped forward and punched him directly in the chest. With just a single attack, Suji was heavily injured. Master Huang immediately panicked. Young Master Suji, are you alright? Qin Cheng coldly replied. First you targeted me, then you came to my territory and launched sneak attacks. What made you think I'd just let all of that slide? I was simply waiting for the perfect moment. And now that moment has finally arrived. You're about to get beaten badly. Suji desperately begged. Qin Cheng, please spare me. Master Huang quickly warned him. Young Master Suji, stop using your power like this. It's extremely dangerous for your body. But Suji ignored him completely and released every ounce of energy inside himself. Breathing heavily, he said, I never wanted to use this move. But Qin Cheng forced me to. You should feel honored. You're worthy enough to make me use my ultimate technique. Now prepare to die. There's no surviving this attack. With a furious roar, Suji attacked using Dragon Claw's strike. Qin Cheng immediately asked, Master Huang, is this a special skill of the Su family? Master Huang quickly shook his head. No, this isn't a Su family technique. It's a forbidden technique. To use it, the user sacrifices their own body. The longer the technique remains active, the more damage it causes. That's why it's forbidden. Everyone who has used it either died or became crippled afterward. Brother Qin Cheng, Suji has played an extremely dirty game here. No matter how this fight ends, you'll still end up taking the blame. Qin Cheng's eyes turned cold. If I'm going to be blamed anyway, then I won't show any mercy. This bastard is using some cheap imitation power and calling it dragon energy. I'll show him what real dragon power actually looks like. The next second, Qin Cheng unleashed his dragon fist and struck Suji with a single, devastating punch. Suji crashed to the ground, severely injured. Even Qin Cheng looked slightly impressed. He survived that attack? I have to admit, this guy is tougher than I expected. At that moment, Suyu suddenly arrived. How about we end this matter here? The entire reason for this competition was the herb, and you already obtained it. So what's the point of dragging this fight on? Master Huang looked stunned. Master Suyu? What are you doing here? Qin Cheng replied coldly. This guy insulted me repeatedly. He even tried to kill me multiple times. So give me one good reason why I should spare him. Suyu calmly answered. But you're the one who benefited the most from this competition. The Su family suffered all the losses, and this guy is already ruined. Because of the backlash from the forbidden technique, his cultivation path is basically over. Qin Cheng narrowed his eyes. This bastard took advantage of my partner. Zhang Mei immediately stepped forward. That's true. If Master Huang hadn't helped us, this bastard would have killed us already. Suyu sighed. Fine. As compensation, I'll personally send you an entire box of rare medicinal herbs. Can we end this matter now? Qin Cheng raised an eyebrow. That's it? The mighty Su family has endless money and countless treasures. And that's all you're offering as compensation? Suyu calmly replied. Then tell me what you actually want. Qin Cheng's expression became serious. Tell me this instead. Why exactly is the Su family targeting Grandpa Su? Suyu sighed softly. So you want to know about the secret? Suyu answered honestly. It's true that I'm Su Zhong's son and one of the direct descendants of the Su family. But I'm still not powerful enough to know every secret of the family. In the Su family, strength decides everything. It determines what you're allowed to know and what remains hidden. Qin Cheng silently thought, so the Su family truly only cares about power. They don't even trust their own bloodline with important secrets. If an outsider strong enough entered the Su family, they could probably control the entire clan from within. Still, Qin Cheng remained cautious. I can't completely trust Suyu's words either. Suyu continued, I don't know everything, but I do know part of the story. Many years ago, a powerful master made a prophecy about the Su family. He claimed our ancestors were once immortals, and somewhere in this world exists an object capable of awakening our ancestral bloodline. If that bloodline truly awakens, every member of the Su family would become an extremely powerful martial artist, and ruling the entire world wouldn't even be difficult for us. Qin Cheng frowned. First of all, it's hard enough to believe that something so powerful still exists today. And now you're saying Grandpa Su possesses it? He's part of the Su family too. Why wouldn't he want the Su family to become stronger? Suyu nodded. That's exactly why I don't fully believe it either. but the higher-ups are completely convinced that Grandpa Su has it, and none of us can do anything about it. I've already told you everything I know. Now I'm taking Suji and leaving. Last time we met I challenged you. I'm sure you remember. There's still 1.5 years left before that challenge. I hope by then, you'll have become even stronger. Then Suyu tossed some clothes toward Qin Cheng. And seriously, you're standing here half naked. Put these on. After Suyu finally left, Qin Cheng let out a deep breath. If Suyu had decided to fight here, we probably would have been in serious trouble. But he's an honorable man. He remembered our agreement and chose not to fight me. Suddenly, Jian Mei tightly hugged him. Please, never do something like that again. You have no idea how terrified I was when you disappeared into those flames. Qin Cheng gently smiled. Relax. I'm completely fine now. Jian Mei looked at him quietly before asking, do you act like this around Suwon too? Qin Cheng blinked in confusion. What did you just say? Jian Mei lowered her eyes slightly and softly asked, what if, one day, I started liking you too? Qin Cheng replied calmly, look, there's nothing wrong with that. But I love Suwon, and no matter what happens, I could never betray her. Jian Mei quickly smiled and said, I was just joking. I only wanted to see whether you were truly loyal to my friend Suwon, or if you acted differently behind her back. Qin Cheng laughed softly. So you were trying to test me? Don't worry. Even if the entire world turns upside down, I could never betray Suwon. Then he looked around and said, anyway, the competition that brought me here is already over. And with that, our partnership ends too. But honestly, working together was really fun. At that moment, Jie Chaohan suddenly arrived. Master, you finally came back. Qin Cheng smiled. I hope we meet again soon. Jian Mei then turned toward her uncles. So, do you still think the same way about Qin Cheng? The uncles exchanged serious looks. No. This man is extremely dangerous. For the first time in 1,000 years, someone successfully absorbed the fire spirit grass completely. And whatever old Master Su possesses, we want it too. Since Qin Cheng will never stand against the Su family, that means one day he'll become our enemy. Jiang Mei replied coldly. For me, the Jiang family comes first, and I'm willing to do anything for my family's future. Even if I have to become Suwon's enemy someday, it wouldn't matter to me. Meanwhile, while walking back home, Jia Chaohan sighed tiredly. Master, how much farther do we still have to walk? Qin Cheng answered. The nearest toll booth is about an hour away. My phone and everything else burned inside the fire, so I can't even call anyone for help. Right then, Jia Chaohan's phone suddenly rang. Qin Cheng instantly looked at him in disbelief. You already had a phone? Then why didn't you tell me earlier? We've been walking around like idiots this whole time. Jia Chaohan awkwardly scratched his head. I forgot. The person on the phone urgently shouted. Jia Chaohan, hurry to the school immediately. Your sister is in trouble. Jia Chaohan nervously looked at Qin Cheng. Master, do you have any money? I need to borrow some. Qin Cheng sighed helplessly. If my phone burned in the fire, what do you think happened to my money? I don't even have proper clothes left. Now tell me what happened. If it's just about money, we'll figure it out. And if you need help, I'm ready to help too. Jia Chaohan shook his head. This is just a small matter. There's no reason for you to get involved. Qin Cheng's expression became serious. You looked terrified the moment you got that call. So stop hiding it and tell me the truth. After staying silent for a moment, Jia Chaohan finally spoke. When I was 5 years old, my parents died in a car accident. The insurance company gave us a huge amount of money afterward, but our relatives took advantage of the fact that my sister and I were still children, and they stole everything. We didn't receive a single cent from that insurance money. Ever since childhood, I knew my little sister depended on me. So I started working part-time jobs from a very young age just to support her education. But no matter how hard I worked, I still couldn't properly provide for her. She never once complained to me, but I know she gets bullied at school. And some disgusting teachers also take advantage of our situation and target her constantly. And this time, something like that happened again. I'm sure they'll make up some excuse and demand compensation from us. And because I don't have any power or influence, I'll have no choice but to pay. It hurts knowing I can't protect my own sister. But honestly, I don't have any other option. Qin Cheng quietly listened before speaking in a heavy voice. No one understands what it means to be an orphan better than I do. This world only talks about justice and kindness. But the moment people see someone weak, the first thing they think about is how to exploit them. From now on, your problems are my problems. As long as I'm here, no one will dare bully you again. Soon, they arrived at the school. Jia Chaohan pointed toward a fat woman standing near the entrance. That woman is the school secretary. She constantly targets my sister. This time too, that guy attacked my sister first. But because she fought back, now the secretary is blaming her instead. And once I go over there, she'll definitely demand compensation from me. Qin Cheng raised an eyebrow. So are you actually planning to compensate them? Jia Chaohan sighed helplessly. What else can I do? Master, please wait here for a moment. I'll go solve this myself. Then he walked toward the secretary and bowed his head. Please forgive us. My sister made a mistake by accident. I promise she'll never repeat it again. Jia Yuji immediately protested. Brother, why are you apologizing? I didn't do anything wrong. You don't need to bow to them. The secretary sneered coldly. For a second, I thought a beggar had wandered into the school. Aren't you ashamed of coming here wearing a tank top and shorts? Do you even realize your sister hit young Master Zui in the head? He could suffer serious brain damage because of this. As compensation, you'll pay at least 100,000 yuan. Otherwise, your sister won't be allowed to continue studying here. But looking at the two of you, where would poor trash like you ever get that kind of money? And if you can't pay, then you'll have to compensate us another way. Jia Chaohan clenched his fists. Just tell me honestly, what do you people really want? The secretary smirked. Your sister attacked young Master Zui, so naturally, young Master Zui will hit both of you back. Zui casually sneered. 2 slaps each should be enough. Just then, a teacher suddenly stepped in. Stop this. We should solve matters peacefully instead of using violence. And according to school rules, everything you're doing right now is completely wrong. The secretary instantly slapped the teacher across the face. Why do you keep interfering? Do you even know who young Master Zui's father is? Mr. Zui Gong is one of the school board members. He donates millions every year to this school. Instead of supporting young Master Zui, you're siding with these poor nobodies? Looks like you don't value your job very much. Jia Yuji hurriedly said, It's all my fault. But the teacher firmly shook her head. No, you did nothing wrong. This fat secretary is talking complete nonsense. If they want to fire me, then let them. I don't even want to work in a disgusting place like this anymore. If they were always going to ignore the rules, then why even create them in the first place? Zui attacked Jia Yuji first. She didn't attack him. She was only defending herself. He got injured because of his own stupidity. So why should she be punished for it? The secretary's face twisted in anger. You've talked way too much today. None of you are leaving safely anymore. As she raised her hand again, Jia Chaohan immediately grabbed her wrist. Don't touch the teacher. It won't end well for you. The secretary laughed mockingly. Oh, really? Then let me touch you instead. But before she could do anything, Qin Cheng suddenly walked forward and threw her backward. Jia Chaohan looked shocked. Master, why did you come here? Qin Cheng casually cracked his knuckles. The moment I saw this buffalo-looking woman, my hands started itching. And honestly, who gave these dogs permission to wear decent clothes? Jia Chaohan's eyes sparkled with admiration. Master, you're incredible. Meanwhile, Zui panicked. Secretary, do something. The secretary screamed furiously at Qin Cheng. You dared to touch me? You're finished now. Qin Cheng calmly smiled. If this is about power and connections, then I know a few people too. Just wait 2 seconds. If I don't turn you into a joke in front of the entire school, then my name isn't Qin Cheng. The secretary laughed arrogantly. Don't worry, young Master Zui. None of these poor fools are surviving today. They're just bluffing because they're desperate. Right then, Zui's father, Zui Gong, suddenly arrived. Who dares lay a hand on my son? At the same time, Jin Hong also arrived with his men. The secretary proudly said, Boss Jin Hong is here too. Kid, there's no way you're surviving now. He's one of the most dangerous men in this entire city. But to everyone's shock, Jin Hong suddenly walked forward and slapped the secretary across the face. Zui Gong stared in confusion. Brother Jin Hong, what are you doing here? But Jin Hong kicked him away as well. Then he respectfully bowed toward Qin Cheng. Brother Qin Cheng, please forgive me. I've already taught these people a lesson. They'll never dare do something like this again. We then see a flashback where Qin Cheng had already ordered Jin Hong to secretly investigate Jia Chaohan's entire family background. Qin Cheng had specifically warned him that nothing must happen to Jia Chaohan or his sister. Back in the present, Qin Cheng calmly said, I gave you a task, and you handled it pretty well. But it seems my orders don't hold much value for you anymore. Jin Hong instantly panicked. Please forgive me. I had no idea these people were bullying Jia Chaohan's sister inside the school. Then he grabbed Zui Gong and dragged him forward. So you enjoy bullying weak people, huh? Good. Now I'm standing right in front of you. Try bullying me instead. And if you fail to do it, my men will break both your legs. Then Jin Hong turned toward the secretary. Go call every staff member in this school. Today I'd like to have a little conversation with your principal. Within 5 minutes, the entire school staff gathered outside. Qin Cheng glanced around before speaking coldly. The rules at your school are truly amazing. Teachers do whatever they want here. In my opinion, you've worked hard enough already. So from today onward, you don't need to work anymore. You can peacefully stay at home and rest. Because starting now, you're fired. The principal immediately panicked. Please don't do this. Qin Cheng then looked toward Teacher Zhang. You seem like a good person. From today onward, you're the new principal of this school. Teacher Zhang froze in shock. Me, the principal? Qin Cheng smiled slightly. What happened? Don't you want the job? Teacher Zhang hurriedly shook her head. No, I'll definitely do my best. Then Qin Cheng turned toward Jia Yuji. From now on, study peacefully here. No one will dare bully you again. And if anyone causes trouble for you, come directly to me. Teacher Zhan gratefully said, Mr. Qin, thank you so much for helping us. If you're free, would you like to have dinner with me tonight? Qin Cheng awkwardly smiled. Sorry, but but I need to go meet my girlfriend. Maybe some other time. Meanwhile, Jin Hong curiously asked, Brother Qin Cheng, has Sister Suwan returned yet? You never told me anything about it. Qin Cheng shook his head. No, she still hasn't returned. And honestly, I don't even know where she is right now. The scene then shifts to Suwan training in the mountains. The elder watched her attacks and smiled proudly. Your attacks have become incredibly powerful. I truly chose the right person to train. Suwan sighed softly. But I still don't think I'm anything special. My talent feels pretty average. The elder chuckled. You'll realize in the future just how average you really are. Personally, I feel my life will probably end somewhere within these mountains. Suwan looked worried. Wait, are you going to die? The elder laughed loudly. If I ever die, I'd prefer dying by your hands. But honestly, I'm very happy. You went from being an ordinary person to a half-step grandmaster in such a short time. In my opinion, besides Qin Cheng, there's nobody in this world who can match your cultivation talent. You two husband and wife are complete monsters. Now come on, Suwan. Attack me with everything you've got. Suwan hesitated. But I might hurt you. The elder smiled calmly. If you want to return to Qin Cheng, then you'll have to attack eventually. Suwan sighed helplessly. You forced me to do this. At that moment, some pirates watching from afar noticed them. They look rich. Let's rob them. The pirates immediately fired cannonballs toward them, but before the attacks could even reach them, Suwan destroyed every single cannonball instantly. Elder, be careful. The elder laughed loudly. Looks like I can't keep hiding my power anymore. You asked me before how strong I really am. Now watch carefully. With a single attack, the elder completely destroyed the entire pirate ship. Suwan stared in absolute shock. Elder, what realm are you in? The elder smiled mysteriously. First tell me, how many cultivation realms do you know about? Suwan thought for a moment. To be honest, I've only ever watched Qin Cheng cultivate. So I only know about the key refining realm, the foundation realm, and the grandmaster realm. And anything stronger than that, I know nothing about. Even Qin Cheng hasn't truly reached the grandmaster realm yet. He only touched that realm temporarily during his fight against Master Hai Shan. The elder laughed softly. 50 years ago, I was also a grandmaster. Suwan's eyes widened. 50 years ago? Then by now, you must be one of the strongest cultivators in the world. At that moment, one surviving pirate suddenly mocked them. This old man sure knows how to brag. If he's the world's strongest cultivator, then I'm Pirate King Luffy. Suwan instantly became furious. How dare you insult my master? Hurry up and apologize. The pirate immediately folded his hands in fear. If you ask me to, I'll even give my life. An apology is nothing. But before he could continue, Suwan punched him away. Meanwhile, the elder quietly looked into the distance. I wonder what realm Qin Cheng has reached by now. The scene then shifts back to Qin Cheng, who looked frustrated while cultivating. Ever since consuming the 5-spirit grass, no other herb had been able to improve his cultivation anymore. Qin Cheng sighed. I seriously don't know what to do anymore. It feels like my cultivation has completely stagnated. If I want to overcome this bottleneck, I'll probably need help from an expert. Later, Qin Cheng arrived to meet Fen Gong. The moment Fen Gong saw him, he immediately apologized. Please forgive me. There were many misunderstandings between us. My son Feng Chang explained everything to me. That's when I realized how huge my mistake truly was. To be honest, I lost my most talented son recently, and because of that grief, I completely lost control of myself. Qin Cheng calmly replied, This wasn't your fault. The real blame belongs to the people from Xuanman Mansion. They don't value human lives at all. That's why your son was killed for no reason. Feng Gong smiled. I hope everything between us is fine now. At the same time, Feng Gong secretly thought, this kid became a grandmaster before even turning 20. His future potential is terrifying. It's much smarter to stay on his good side. Qin Cheng also smiled. Yes, all misunderstandings are over now. But internally he thought, this old man is incredibly cunning, but he's also very useful. He can help me with many things in the future. At that moment, a girl sitting nearby suddenly spoke. So, you're also going to Li Cheng? Qin Cheng smiled casually. Yeah, we're going there for a vacation. But why are you going there? Before the girl could answer, a man beside her interrupted. Miss, Master specifically told you not to talk to strangers. So why don't you ever listen? Feng Gong said irritably. We're both grandmasters. If our intentions were bad, you wouldn't have been able to protect your young miss. The girl's eyes instantly lit up with excitement. You two are grandmasters? This is the first time in my life I've ever seen two grandmasters together. Grandpa then asked, Are you all heading to Li Cheng to attend that major event? The girl looked shocked. But, how do you know about that? Feng Gong proudly replied, I stay updated on every piece of information in the martial world. Qin Cheng curiously asked, What exactly are you talking about? Feng Gong then explained, The leader of Xuanman Mansion is about to come out of seclusion. And to welcome him back, they're organizing a massive event. A lot of ordinary people will be sacrificed there. In simple words, those people are just heading there to become lambs for slaughter. Qin Cheng coldly replied, People from Xuanman Mansion are incapable of doing anything good. At that moment, the girl introduced herself. My name is Shan Yiming. Big brother, what's your name? Qin Cheng replied calmly. My name is Qin Cheng. Feng Gong suddenly narrowed his eyes. Shan Yiming? So you're part of the Shan family. Now I understand why you're attending that event. Because no ordinary family member would willingly go there. Qin Cheng looked confused. Tell me too. Why is she going there? Feng Gong sighed before explaining. This all started a few years ago. Back then, the Shan family was the most powerful family in their entire region. But because of one terrible investment, they lost everything. And now, they're barely any better than an ordinary family. The man with glasses beside her spoke seriously. That's exactly why completing our mission is extremely important. Qin Cheng shook his head. If you listen to me, don't go there. People from Xuanman Mansion don't value human lives at all. If you care even a little about your life, stay far away from them. Feng Gong then asked, Are you trying to save these people? Qin Cheng casually shrugged. I already said what I needed to say. If someone sees an axe lying on the ground and still decides to step on it, nobody can stop them. We're going to Licheng to enjoy ourselves and buy a house. I have no interest in getting involved in other people's problems. Feng Gong laughed loudly. You're absolutely right. We'll shop as much as we want and enjoy ourselves there. Soon, they arrived at Licheng's herb market. Qin Cheng looked around in amazement. This place is incredible. All the herbs here are top quality. Feng Gong proudly replied. I told you already. I know everything happening in the martial world. You could even call this one of the best places for herbs. While looking around, Qin Cheng casually said, I want every single herb here. The shopkeeper immediately responded politely, I'm sorry, sir, but we have a rule. Unless we verify that a customer has a net worth of at least 100 million, we can't sell anything. If you have proof of that amount, then perhaps we can do business. Without saying another word, Qin Cheng casually tossed his card onto the counter and walked away to continue browsing. The shopkeeper secretly mocked him. This guy is ridiculously arrogant. How much money could possibly be inside such a tiny card? But the moment she checked the balance, her expression froze in shock. There's 100 billion inside this account. She instantly bowed respectfully. I'm terribly sorry, sir. I failed to recognize you. Please don't be offended by my behavior. Qin Cheng calmly smiled. It's fine. I really liked the herbs here. If you receive any new herbs in the future, make sure to inform me. At that moment, a man suddenly walked into the store and arrogantly declared, I want everything in this shop. And I'm also buying all the herbs in that man's hands. The shopkeeper nervously replied, Mr. Shah, he already purchased those herbs. So there's nothing we can do about it. Mr. Shah coldly snorted. I'll pay 10 times the price. Now hand all those herbs over to me immediately. Feng Gong frowned and whispered, Mr. Qin, isn't this guy acting a little too arrogant? If you want, I can teach him a lesson right here. Qin Cheng calmly stopped him. No, let's see what exactly he wants to do. Then Qin Cheng looked directly at Mr. Shah and said, I already bought these herbs, so there's no chance they'll be sold to anyone else. Once something becomes mine, no one can take it away from me. Mr. Shah smirked arrogantly. My name is Shah, and whenever I place my hand on something, I make it mine, even if I have to kill someone to get it. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.